The unity of labor is the salvation of our country. Comrade Prime Minister and political leader, colleague ministers of government, President Donnelly and his team at the 18LU, comrades and the executive of that team, Comrade Hugh Marshall and Sir Robin Yearwood Sr., who have been recognized today for their contributions over the years to the respective branches, sections, workers of Antigua and Barbuda. Good morning and happy Labor Day. I deliberately started my discourse this morning with what for us is not just a cliche, but something by which we live, and we inspire and encourage all to live by, that the unity of labor is the salvation of Antigua and Barbuda. 85 years ago, the union was formed. 73 years ago, the first Labor Day was organized. And today, 73 years after, we are celebrating the rights, the gains of labor of our nation. There are those who continue to promote division in the workplace. There are those who continue to suggest that politics has no right being associated with labor. But I remind every worker of this country that all the gains you have had over the years have been a result of the union of the Antigua Trades and Labor Union and the birth and relationship with the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party. We have brought all the gains that you can think of to the workers of this country. And so this morning, I remind you that politics is still a part of the national life and of workers' rights, workers' benefits, and the existence of workers in our country. I want this morning to speak very briefly about what I consider to be a new union. Because there are persons who still try to promote this notion of strike and demonstration, picket and confusion in the workplace. When the union started this movement years ago, decades ago, more than 7 decades ago, it was us against them. Today we are in charge of the commanding heights of our nation's economy, and every ounce, every drop of development is our responsibility. So you can't say fight against massa. You can't say fight against some other class of people when they encourage you not to work and to demonstrate and to strike and to picket without reason. What they're saying to you is that they ask you to fight against your own best interests. Since the pandemic, we've been called upon to reset the national clock. And that, of course, means resetting the national agenda. There's no Antigua or Barbuda alive today who can doubt or second guess the gains that this administration and this union in concert would have made over the last several years. I want to remind us that since 1976, except for 10 years, the development of this country has been entrusted to the Antigua Barbuda Labour Party and the Antigua Trades and Labor Union. And we have done a magnificent job at developing this country, promoting, protecting the people's interests. 1976, Surveyor came back to office with his team. By 1984, Celesta was on the scene with his team. In 2014 came a young, vibrant leader named Gaston Brown. And he and his team have been responsible for charting this country's future and destiny moving forwards. In 2020, 2018, 19, thereabout, the world was set back with the pandemic. And many lost hope. Many thought we could not rebound because our dependency on tourism was such that expect Antigua and Barbuda would have fallen through the cracks. And there will be abject poverty in this country today. Today, look around St. John's, look around Antigua, look around Barbuda, and you are sure with agrees with me in declaring it is the unity of labor that has saved this country. And so my message this morning about unity of labor is simply to remind us that if we don't work together, this nation will suffer. If we don't work together, the people of this country will perish. And so we have it as a responsibility, as a duty, to work together to protect the gains of this administration, of this union, the union of the party and the union, in advancing this country and the people's interests. The union today has to reset its clock as well. Because before the pandemic, You didn't have to deal with AI. You didn't have all these technological advancements to deal with, which we're now seeing in full crumb before us. And so to union leaders, I ask you to take a different look or a new look at your Western Direct. What it is that gives the union its purpose today. I know they say when you're in government it's hard to be a unionist because people think that your job is to defend the government that you support. But I'm saying to 18LU, your job is more than supporting and defending the Labour Party. Your job is to promote the workers of this country in sync with the policies of the Labour Party, which are positive policies for workers across this nation. We have done much together, and we have much more that we need to do together to protect the gains of workers in this country. And again, I assure you, only the ATNLU and the ABLP can do this. Our history proves that point. Again, you take from Seville's period right through to today, and you minus 15 years of this country's existence, where we chance our future in other people's hands. And you can see what difference the Labour Party has made. We can claim without fear of contradiction that everything in this country, that is anything in this country and these people, we, the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party and the Antigua Trade Labour Union, we brought them to fruition for the benefit and advancement of this country. There's no one who can doubt these facts. And so this morning, I won't call anybody by name, but I want to make a very passionate plea that those of you who are in membership, who are not pulling the weight on the workplaces, please step up to the table. Be the leader you ought to be in protecting and defending the Antigua Labour Party and the Antigua Trade Labour Union. Be the worker you need to be in promoting the gains of labor and don't second guess like some do the achievements of labor on this administration. I want to ask us this morning, as we celebrate Labor Day 2024, that we understand that the times have changed, and so too must our responsibility or our attitude to responsibility. To those at the party level, I want to say to you, we have to demonstrate, not just talk, but demonstrate publicly, even privately, that the unity of labor is the salvation of our country. We have to work together. The times have changed and are changing. It's our unity that will take us to the next level. We can't talk of next level politics, next level development, and not have next level behavior. And so to all of us this morning, to all of us, as chairman of this party, I say to you, we have much work to do in stabilizing and holding this party together to ensure we don't disappoint the thousands of workers who depend on us. I want to turn my attention quickly to those who make a noise about the ABST, suggesting the ABST 2% increase is causing hardship across the country. I want to say, again, without faith contradiction, that there is not a single public sector worker who can claim that since the passage of budget 2024 and the introduction of that additional 2% ABST, that your monthly or weekly wages and salaries have been in jeopardy. It's a decision taken to ensure that government can meet its obligation to workers on a weekly and monthly basis. I want to remind us of all of the changes that are happening in the economy and that they're happening to the benefit of the Vangerontines and Barbudans. You recall that not so long ago, when we went to Parliament to show up the Leah arrangement, we were called anything but children of God. Because of one crazy man to the next crazy woman. But we had a commitment. We made a commitment to people's country. We understood the interest of Leah to this country and our economy. Today we stand here on the occasion of Labor Day 2024, and we can say to the people of Antigua and Barbuda that we are late and its rebirth, resurgence in the ears is concerned. It's a promise made and a promise kept. We will continue to deliver to this nation based on the expectations of our people. I can assure you that your government, in sync and in tandem with the union, continue to review on a daily basis at most the landscape. What's required is for that sense of purpose, commitment, cohesion, togetherness, as we demonstrate that the unity of labor is the salvation of all of Antigua and Barbuda. God bless you and happy Labor Day.